Good morning. This is my breakfast today. I have an egg over this amazing salad that has romaine lettuce, washed very well, organic. It has spinach, it has red onions from our garden, has avocados, it has pears, see that beautiful pear right there. It has tomatoes, onions, some cooked mushrooms over the top, and I'm using Bragg's organic vinaigrette dressing on it. Why am I having this salad for breakfast? Well, let me share that with you. Today I am solo. My husband has gone to Oregon for a week to do some training, and so I thought I would take this opportunity to tell everyone a little update on our lives. What we haven't told you is that Jim is putting together a new career, and maybe we did, but I have an amazing job that I got while I was here. It's the best job I've ever had in nursing. And it's allowing us to work our debt snowball and be able to get us where we need to be. But it's not something that we plan to do my whole life, is have me work as a nurse. And so he is putting together his own business and insurance business. So he had a good friend who had started working for a company that does health insurance and life insurance. And they specifically, well, I thought it was specifically working with seniors, and he definitely does, but he can do all kinds of insurance for all ages. But because of our love for the seniors, then he's able to really work with and identify and help some people. It's just been so amazing. So he's up in Oregon for some training that's up there. And he is licensed, he was licensed just in Nevada, but now he's licensed in Nevada, Idaho, Oregon, Utah, and Arizona. And so, hey, if you are in any of those places and need someone to help with life insurance and health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, that kind of thing, contact my husband, because that's what he's putting his business together to do. So back to me being solo this week. So you'll have to just take me as I am. I don't have my best friend and sidekick and amazing person sitting next to me. You saw what I had for breakfast, and let me back up just a little bit and tell you what I do. And I haven't really said what I do because I want to protect the privacy of where I work. But I have the amazing opportunity. My job just keeps expanding and changing into these most amazing opportunities for me to share my life with other people. And so, yes, I am a registered nurse, but because I have a background in nutrition, then they are utilizing my nutrition knowledge in this place that I work. And so I am having the opportunity to do consultations with different patients that have different illnesses and help them with their what diets would help them with their different problems that they are having. I also have the opportunity to teach 5 hours a week on 4 different days group for amazing people who have captured the love of my heart, who are striving to beat their addictions. And so I am working really hard to help them understand the importance of nutrition in their recovery and what they need to do as they leave in order to be able to keep their lives healthy and stop the cravings which they do that with good nutrition. So it's just this marvelous opportunity. So one of the classes that I taught this week was on depression, because if you know anything about, well, let's face it, if you know anything about most of us, we deal with depression at different times in our life, and especially those people who are coming off of addiction can go through some major depression. I'm gonna move so get the light a little bit out of my way there. You can see my mirrors and TV and door instead. So there's supposed to be a guy sitting here. Anyway, so this week what I taught was 10 different types of food that are really good at combating depression. Some of them are really great for inflammation, because inflammation, because of the foods that we eat, can cause plaque to get into the brain and different things to get into our bodies, inflammation in different places. And it triggers depression in our brain. So if you saw this amazing meal, and I'll show you another picture of it, that I had for breakfast this morning, almost anything that you start with as a diet or as a meal in order to combat some kind of a disease of something, whether it's a mental or a physical, leafy greens, dark leafy greens is one of your first things to start out with. So in this plate, I have spinach, broccoli, and romaine lettuce. And so I started there. And number two so dark leafy greens is number one. Number two was walnuts. And I forgot to put the walnuts in this salad, which is crazy because I have walnuts. I buy organic walnuts, and you need to make sure they're not rancid when you buy them. I'm going to yawn. It's been a long weekend. And you want to sprinkle those in there. So make sure you can use some walnuts. Berries is something you want to add into your diet. Berries are just this amazing antioxidant, and they're low glycemic. They have so many nutrients, and it can be strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I think I said that twice. Raspberries, blueberries, yeah. Berries are amazing for your body. One of the things that walnuts did was it boosts your brain power with fatty acids. And avocados also boost the brain power with great good fats. So far we've got leafy green vegetables, walnuts, avocados, and berries. Good food. No, I don't have every single one of those in my salad, but I do have some. Mushrooms. Yes, I have mushrooms in here, and I did saute them just a little bit so that they weren't raw, and I put them over my salad. And then I did onions, and I did red onions from our garden, which are amazing for cancer fighting. And anytime you can get rid of anything that's cancer fighting, then that cleans out your body so that maybe you aren't so depressed in the things that you handle and deal with. Also had little baby organic tomatoes in there, and tomatoes are amazing for your mood. They are depression fighters. They have folic acid in them, and they have alpha lipoic acid in them, both of which are really strong for fighting depression. One other thing that wasn't in my salad is beans. Beans are such a vital part of what we eat. And one of our viewers asked me this week, do you use beans in your diet? Is that part of it? Yes. Now, obviously, beans cause gas, and so you have to watch when you do it. She asked what kind I use. I use, more than anything else, Anasazi beans, which we got down in Dove Creek, Colorado. That's where they're at. They were discovered down there in the ruins down there in a jar that they figure was about 500 years old, and then since they've multiplied and multiplied. It's a very tender bean. It doesn't have as much gassiness in it, and it's very versatile. We love Anasazi beans. Seeds. I didn't have seeds on this, but I had bought seeds and forgot to put them on. They're a great source of omega-3. They do have omega-6 in them too, so it's a good fatty acid. And that's why you don't want to use the vegetable oils and the foods that have so much omega-6 in them, because omega-6 is so prevalent. Even though it's an essential fatty acid that we have to put in our body, we put it in our body. So seeds is a very natural, good way to put those omegas into our body. And the last one is apples. I did not put apples in this. I put some sliced pears, but it's the fiber in it that is really, really good for us. You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and they're full of vitamins. As you can see, and as I always say, use a huge variety of food and it will help your mood and your physical body. I ended up having kind of an emotional week this week because my sweet sister ended up having some problems, physical problems. And last week she got pneumonia really, really bad. And this week she turned into, and we both believe it was because of some of the medications that she was on, but it really affected her heart. And so she is down for the weekend and seeing a cardiologist tomorrow and on all kinds of medications. And she is the one who started us eating right. She has videos in here on diabetes with her husband and teaching him to eat right. And it just was a huge red flag. Oh, my sweet sister works so selflessly, giving her life to other people. And I adore her with all of my heart. And I recommitted to her today to not cheat on my diet anymore and to live the good food that she taught me to live to begin with. And she committed back to me. So recommit. You never ever fail until you stop starting over. And that's just what we need to do. We have people all around us that love us and that we love and that want to eat right and want to do things right and want to exercise right. So this week, while I'm all by myself, I'm going to miss my husband very much. We are one. We are two individuals that have become one, and you know it and we know it, and when we're apart, we know it. We hope that you do have a great week. Find some food to eat to fight your depression that comes into your life. Eat whole foods, eat good foods, and find some time to exercise. Thanks for joining. Bye.